Hey guys, how do you do? In this video, I'm going to talk about what it's like to work in the government. Before the video starts, I don't know if anybody noticed an interesting thing that Western YouTube videos usually don't have captions, while YouTube with Chinese contents tend to have captions. I just don't know why there's such a different way of expressing people's stories like that, but you know, adding these captions really needs quite an amount of time, and might somehow decreasing the effectiveness of video production. So today's video is about sharing what it's like to work in the city government of Taichung, Taiwan. And because I'm now still working there, maybe it's a good choice to make this video in English and without captions. And thus I'm pretty sure that we Taiwanese people would probably just don't want to see this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not meaning this video will be complaint stuffs, so being worried about the comments of trolls. In fact, I just want to share this to as much people as possible, so end up deciding to use English for the video. As mentioned in the previous English speaking video, I didn't enter the army yet at that time, but hey, time flies, I finished my obligation, leaving the army by the end of 2020. Then I had a great time during New Year vacation. I went to Hualien with my girlfriend and two of my friends as well for 3 days. After that, in February, we had Chinese New Year, so having big meals and traveling through the island definitely and everybody's way of life during that period of time. By the way, really miss the good old days before the serious pandemic outbreak of Taiwan since May. Honestly speaking, my condition was not good during January and February. I applied a few jobs and got interviews from some of which and ended up nothing more was heard. So sad. Not until that time I realized finding a full-time job was so much harder than finding an internship. Many job opportunities were applied by dozens times more people than the actual number of vacancies. I had tried some private companies and several government departments as well, and finally got an offer which is in the Budget, Accounting and Statistics Office of Taichung City Government. Luckily, it was located in the new Taichung City Municipal Building, which was just officially opened since 2010, very new, clean and beautiful. Nevertheless, there's an MRT station right next to it, so convenient. Despite the fact that the working environment is good, the tasks I'm handling with are not easy. My job title is, I believe I can call it Contract Employee of a Substitute Officer in English. The reason why this position was available was that the original person who did this job was suddenly transferred to another department. So I can do this job until the official civil servant who passed the national exam later this year to replace me and start working. And that would be awesome! I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, although doing this job is not easy, come on, during the global pandemic, many people lost their job. I should have appreciated what I own currently, right? I said this job is very challenging for me. It's because every day I have to deal with many official documents which not every tasks are as the same as before. Some of which are new things, meaning that I need to spend quite an amount of time figuring out how to do the tasks. Besides, things that I need to deal with are only illustrated on the papers, yeah, in black and white. So many instructions wrote in the papers and the files attached with. Despite the fact that I am a native Mandarin speaker who used Mandarin in everyday life for 23 years, I just find myself maybe having dyslexia. Sometimes feeling like that my body tells me not to read them because documents are too complicated and annoying, to an extent that I rather doing English reading tests. Not to mention that some cases have to collaborate with different bureaus or offices. So if confronted with some problems, I need to make a phone call to try to understand the overall situation. As beginning, it's really horrible for me to discuss cases with another bureaus or offices. Every time thinking of calling somebody, I just had a butterfly in my stomach. The actual scenario was like asking a stranger with something that I even didn't know what I was asking for, so ridiculous. Moreover, I learned all things by just doing them instead of taking courses or training at first. I understand it's because I'm merely a contract employee, but yeah, it really needs time to adapt this kind of working condition. All the documents have a deadline. You need to finish them before the deadline. The whole process is like this. First, you receive documents and files from the systems. Then you read the contents and comprehend them, and start to write the way of doing these stuffs with brief, accurate words and then put into action. Sometimes you need to collaborate with different departments or bureaus or offices as mentioned before. You notify things to the people through the system or email or making a phone call. Next, the documents, the things you have done, have to be approved by many supervisors from low level to the highest one. And finally and luckily, if approved by the top one, you can archive the document and finish all the procedures. Congratulations! Except for the tasks mentioned previously, I collect and organize papers for the conference of the city of our office every week, filing old paper documents to the cloud, and etc. Any tasks asked by the supervisors. Last but not least, I'm really grateful for the supervisors I met. As a new graduate, the main factor of staying firmly in the workplace, in my opinion, definitely depends on what kind of supervisors you are dealing with. The person who teaches me the most really having a great patience to answer all my questions through doing this job, and thus making me still willing to work since March. Really appreciate it. Okay, so this is the whole video. Though many things are not discussed yet because of the length of the video timeline, it's fine. I will update the circumstances of my job in the foreseeable future irregularly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please click that like and subscribe button as well for more content. Bye bye!